Hi everyone, welcome to this week's edition. That's the free weekly newsletter for My Money Method, and it's the first one for 2016. So welcome. I hope everyone's had an awesome Christmas break and a great new year. For those of you who don't know, I've actually been in the French Alps, clearing my mind, having a fantastic time snowboarding, and really refreshing my mind because it's hugely important. I can't emphasize to have a very clear mind, and when it comes to trading, and be in a good frame of mindset in order to tackle the markets and see where there's good points technically to enter and exit out of the markets. Because as soon as we start getting rusty and stale is the times I've noticed traders, including myself, start to make silly mistakes and start to lose some money. So always important to have a fresh mind, and that I certainly do. So I'm really looking and eager for the first quarter and for the first part of the year to get into my trading. Obviously the first week back, come into it a little bit slowly, not in a rush to go and start placing hundreds of trades, but I'm certainly eager to start looking. And if I do see a great setup with a high probability, I'm certainly going to be doing that. So once again, we're going to start off with the dollar index. And if we look at this from a technical perspective, we are certainly in a high in an uptrend, and we're seeing higher highs, higher lows all the way through, higher highs and higher lows. And now we're looking to see what we're going to be doing now for the first quarter. Where's this dollar index going to go? Here we had a candle or circle of indecision over here, where we've gone up to close to this 950, but are we going to push up to the 10,000 or the 100 on certain other charts? So if we look at this over here, this 100 or 10,000 has been a huge area all the way back to 1987, as far as my charts go back to, up to this point over here, where it's played a hugely important part. And as you can see, we're either playing under it or we're going over it. So where are we going to go? That is what we need to look at. But overall, we've definitely seen some, technically on the daily, we've got some dollar strength, there's no doubt about it, and we're going technically, but it's not a very strong, decisive. I mean, we could come down and break this higher low over here, then we're certainly going to be rolling over. So, excuse me, it's something for us to keep an eye on and look to see where we're going. But if we go look at a chart over here, the British pound to the US dollar, it's really a strong reflection, a mirror image, if you want to call it. Though the dollar, it's not exact mirror image, I should retract on that statement. It is a bit of a mirror image, because the dollar index is technically on an uptrend, or not hugely strong, but the British pound has had a huge sell-off against the US dollar. And I love charts like this. I mean, look at this. We've had beautiful sell-off. Are we going to come back into the sell zone and then keep rolling over? Right now, I don't see any other charts telling me otherwise. I mean, my indicators, my price action, moving averages, everything is telling me that we are continuing on our downtrend from a British pound to a US dollar perspective. If we stick on that British pound perspective, look at this British pound to the Japanese yen. Once again, we've had some really strong sell-off on these markets. So certainly there's some opportunities going on. If I had to then quickly move on and tell you about the US oil, we've got Brent crude oil and we've got US light. And well, look at the US light. I mean, Brent crude is pretty much so the same. Certainly opportunities. And if you look at my last video on trader development from last year, you'll see that my analysis for the first quarter of the year, I spoke about Brent crude, US light crude oil as a commodity, and that my prediction, if you want to say, if I had a mirror ball and I was going to bring it out, my prediction is going to be that oil, and obviously news headlines, not just me saying that, news headlines is saying that oil, but I don't generally stick to what the news headlines say. I look at my technical charts, and that's generally mostly where I kept paying my attention, and that's how I found I've made my money, because I block out all that buzz and all that noise, and I concentrate on what my charts are telling me, not really what someone in Bloomberg is going to tell me what he sees. However, I agree, and I think that the US oil, as well as Brent crude oil, is going to keep falling and probably get down to 25, 20, even 25, 20 there about dollars a barrel. So there's some time for it to grow, and certainly we need to look for the right opportunities to get into the markets in order for us to technically protect ourselves and enter into the markets to continue. So I'm looking at Brent crude, US light crude as a commodity. I'm certainly looking at the British pound right now from selling off. So there's some really good trends out there, folks, and it's a great start to the new year. So that's really, I could go on and on and on and on and on. However, I'm not, because it's a free newsletter, and obviously where we go on and on and on is with our clients, and we like to give a good service and good value to our clients. So look out for a new trader room coming in, where we will have a live trading room, and that will be for anyone who signs up with us, can come in, and really it doesn't matter where you are in the world, you can join our trading room where we share our trades. Obviously, it's really, you would need to have gone through our courses in order to have seen our strategies, in order to then enter into the trading room, where we then just share, and that trading room is open 24/7, and we can share ideas and talk to each other, and it's really building a community of support. So if you're a retail trader, you don't feel like you're all alone and that you're just taking on the big banks. It's actually something that we as traders can build a community and support each other, and really grow a strong, solid community, and making money through trading. So look out for that, folks. And yes, this is our first weekly edition free newsletter video for 2016. It's the 13th of January, and I look forward to working with you folks. But before I go, my trading plan and my plans for this week is to certainly just get into the market slowly, look for that high probability trades, where it really is almost up to a 10 out of 10. It meets all my criteria, and if I don't see one, I'll certainly be easing into the markets, and I'm in no rush, but I certainly will be placing a trade if I see it. And I'm going to be looking at all the markets where there's some great trends to the downside, and I've shown you a few. There are others out there, but too many to go through on this video. So in any case, folks, I wish you happy trading, and I wish you a happy new year, and look out for our free weekly newsletters. Just go onto our website, www.mindmoneymethod.com, where you will see all our videos under trader development, yeah, look forward to working with you, and look out for our trading room that's going to be coming in over the next few maybe weeks into the next couple of months. That's just getting built and worked on, and we're looking very forward to getting that live and out into the world and the trader community. So all the best, and happy trading, everyone. Cheerio.